Hey guys, welcome back. My name's T, and this is the Breaking Through Code channel. And I've got a very special video for you guys today. We are going to make our very first program. Okay, yeah, that's right. We are going to be using what we've learned so far on the channel to make a very simple application. Okay, now that application is going to be a simple banking app that will allow us to deposit money. Okay, it will allow us to withdraw money, and then it will also allow us to check our balance. Okay, so let's see how we can do that with what we've learned so far on the channel. Okay, so I'm going to hop over to Visual Studio. Okay, I'm going to start off by making a variable that's going to store our balance information, and we're going to call that we'll call it account balance. Okay, and that's going to start off with we're going to assign that to 0 to start off with. Okay, we need to give the users or the user the options to obviously select what they want to do. Okay, so actually we'll start off with prompting them. So we'll do a console.writeLine, give a bit of a space here, and then we'll just say please select an option. Okay, I'm try and keep this as simple as possible, guys. So let's duplicate this. Okay, and we're going to give them 3 options. So the options we want to give them are obviously one to withdraw money. Okay, so that's option 1 will be equivalent to withdraw money. Okay, then we're going to give them option 2, which will be to deposit money. Oops, that's not what I want. This is what I want, deposit. Then we're going to give them option 3, which is to what's option 3? Get their balance. There we go. Get their balance. Cool. Then we want to obviously grab the user's choice, whatever choice they've made, and stick that into a variable. So we'll get that, call that user choice, and we want to pass whatever the user puts and put that into a console.read line. So, well, actually, sorry. Okay, the console.read line will obviously read whatever the user's inputted, and then we want to pass that and stick that into the user choice. Again, because it's a very simple app, we're not dealing with any errors here, so we're going to assume that the user is obviously going to enter a valid integer value. So if you want to expand on that, obviously, then this is one of the opportunities to do that for yourself. Okay, then we need to have our logic to evaluate the user's choice. So we can put that in a switch statement. Okay, and we'll stick the user choice in there. Okay, and then for the first case, we want to say if the user enters the value 1, okay, then we want to withdraw some money. So we want to ask the user CW. So okay, so well, if the user choice equals 1, basically means that the user wants to withdraw the money. So we want to ask them that please enter the amount you wish to withdraw. Cool. Okay, and then we want to obviously capture that amount. So int amount equals, again, int.pass control.readline. Again, another opportunity for you to expand your work to check that the user has entered the correct value here. But in this simple app, we're going to assume that the user knows what they're doing, even though in a real life scenario, they're not going to probably know what they're doing. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to grab our balance. Ooh, our account balance, yeah, sorry, and then we want to minus our the account balance. Sorry, minus the amount. Sorry, the account balance minus whatever amount they've put in. And again, this is assuming that, in fact, you know what? Let's give them. Let's make this really simple for. Well, actually, no. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it as a amount, account balance minus amount. There is a risk there of, obviously, if the we'll leave it as account balance minus amount. If they minus an amount from the account balance that isn't valid, it will obviously go into a negative, which just basically means that the account has an overdraft facility. We'll assume they have an overdraft facility which allows them to go into a negative. Okay, so then anyway, we want to break out of that statement once that's gone through. Okay, now for case 2, okay, in this scenario, we want to this is the scenario where they're depositing money. So again, we want to prompt them to say, please enter the amount you wish to deposit. Cool. Okay, so then in that case, we want to then obviously grab that amount, similar to what we've done here. Pretty much do what we've done here. Okay. This time we want to, let's call this, let's change this variable to withdraw. Let's change this to amount to withdraw. Stick that over here. Amount to deposit. Stick that over here. Okay, and then obviously we break out of that. Okay, just shift that over there because I hate when it does that. There we go. Okay, and then finally, in the break scenario, in the default scenario, sorry, we want to obviously just let the user know that they've entered in something that doesn't make sense. So we will do a console.write line and this, and we can just say your choice, and we can reference the choice that they've made was invalid, and we can then put the argument that they've provided, which was invalid, which in this case is user choice, and we can go with that. Okay, and that's fine. Okay, so cool. So next we want to ask them if they would like to continue. So after we've evaluated this and we've presented to them. Oh, I've missed out a scenario here. Actually, I've missed out case 3, which is showing them the balance. Case 3, and we want to break out of that if they don't supply anything. Let's neaten this up as well. Boom. There we go. So case 3, we just want to show them the account balance. So your account balance is stick that in there. We can just stick the variable directly in here. We use, actually no, let's do it this way. Why not? Let's do it this way. Is account balance. Cool. And then we close that off. Okay. Cool. So now what we'd like to do is ask them, once they've conducted all the business they want, the first set of business that they want to do, we'll ask them, prompt the user, do they want to continue? So control, we want to do a console.writeLine. Would you like to continue using the app? And then we'll go yes or no. Okay, and question mark there. Okay, so we need to capture their response again. So this time we are going to say, obviously, string user response. Okay, and why isn't it response? There we go. Equals, again, we can just use a console.readline. We don't need to pass anything. Okay, again, let's assume, actually no, we don't need to do anything there. Well, then we do a switch statement again. Okay, and this will be based upon the user's response. Cool, we've got a default scenario. Then case 1. Okay, actually what we want to do is we want to uppercase this so that regardless of whatever the user puts in, it would always be turned into an uppercase. So that way we can compare it with an uppercase. So yes, they respond with yes. We can then say, or we can break out of that. And if they respond with case no, we can do nothing pretty much and just let them go on to the default scenario, which is breaking out of the switch statement. Okay, so in the yes scenario, so if the user responds with yes, we want the application to go back up here to these original questions, okay, because they want to continue, they want to actually continue using the app again. Okay, so we can do that with a label. So what's a label? Well, it's a mark. It marks a point in our code where we can return to if we want to. Okay, so let's mark that with this point here, call it launch app. Okay, and now we've marked this area in the code. We can then go back to the yes case here and type the goto statement or keyword and then add the launch app label. Okay, so that means that if the condition is yes, it will go back up to here and we don't actually need the break anymore. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Okay, and the control of so again, if the condition is yes, it will go back up to here, and the control will again start, the flow of the code will start from here again and go through it again. Okay, and then if its case is no or default, we break out of the switch statement and we just give them a little message to say thank you very much for using the banking app. Thank you very much for using the banking app. Okay, I think that pretty much does it. Let's run the program and see how it works and if everything works as expected. Okay, so please select an option. So we've not got any money in our account, so again we're running sunny day scenarios, perfect scenarios where there isn't any errors. Again, if you want to really develop this and deal with all the errors, please look at doing that. Okay, but yeah, we're going to run the sunny day scenario where we know that there isn't any. Well, actually we can check the balance. Let's check the balance. Yeah, there we go. We're typing 3 and enter, and it's given us your account balance is 0. Would you like to continue using the app, yes or no? So we now know that our account balance is 0, so Yes, we would like to continue using the app. So please select an option. So what do we want to do? Well, account balance 0, so let's make a deposit. 2, please enter an amount you wish to deposit. So in this case, well, we just got paid some big cash, so we want to deposit 10 grand. Okay, would you like to continue using the app? Yes, because we want to check what our bank balance is now that we've made a deposit. So we played 3, and whoa, what happened there? Why is our account balance minus 10,000? I thought we put 10,000 in. Let's have a look. Well, in the scenario where we want to see, it took me a bit of a while to figure out what's going on here. I had to go up here to match up the scenario. So what we could actually do, you know, to help things is we could put withdraw comment there, deposit comment, if I can spell deposit comment there, and a balance comment here. So now we're reading the code. We know exactly where to go. Well, obviously when we deposited money, so we're in here, it was giving us a minus, and the reason why is because we've left an account balance of minus here. So we don't want to do that. We want to add whatever we input to that instead of minusing that. Okay, so let's run that again. Okay, so again, we check our balance, should be 0. Do we want to continue? Yes. We want to do a deposit, so we enter 2, enter the amount. We got 100 grand this time. Someone really paid us big. Okay, do we want to continue? Yes. What do we want to do this time? We want to check our balance, and now our balance is showing us 100 grand. Great. What do we want? Do you want to continue? Yes, we want to do that. What do we want to do? We want to withdraw some cash. Now we want to start spending this money. Oh, that's dropped out of the screen. So we want to start spending some of this money. So we put yes, enter. How much would you wish to withdraw? Let's withdraw 2,000. Cool, we got that cash. Let's go buy I don't know, PlayStation 2 and some cool games. Okay, do we want to continue? Yes, just to check our balance to see if that's gone through correctly. Yep, it's working as expected. It's minus that 2 grand from 100 grand. Okay, do we want to continue? No. What should happen? Thank you very much for using the banking app. Great. And there we go. There we go. We did it. That was our first small programming app. Obviously, this isn't perfect because there are many scenarios we could create errors. You know, for example, if I just entered in a letter there, boom, our application's broken. So it might be something you want to look into further yourself, guys, but I just wanted to make it simple. Now, a bit of a warning for you guys. Okay, this is a very bad programming style. Okay, because when you're debugging, you know, and your code is jumping everywhere from jumping up here, jumping down there. You know, when you use these goto keywords, it's very difficult to debug. So it's not really used much in a live or production or industry environment. Okay, so and to be honest, anything that you can achieve with these goto statements, you can actually achieve the same thing with loops as well, which I will cover in an upcoming video. So great, guys, that was it. If you liked the video, please smash the like button, obviously, and if you learned something, please comment below, or if you want to learn some more, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day, guys.